What's up, guys? Welcome to Nintendo Power Block, episode 147, here on youtube.com/Nintendo Power Block and ngrradio.com. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Derrigan. Alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie Fresh.
David X Machina. Yes! Hey, everybody.
Over here, on this side, is the wise Wisconsinite, Jesse Douglas.
How's it going, everyone?
I'm trying to be quiet because my baby is napping. So I apologize for the non-hype, but we got a huge show for you guys today.
Yes!
The Nintendo Direct happened, so we are going to be discussing that as well as some other things. So that Direct was killer. It was a good one.
Oh,
I think from start to finish, it was Nintendo's best Direct they've done so far, from start to finish. You know, in terms of quality, pacing, time spent on each game.
yes.
Thought they spent a little bit too much on Dragon Quest, but that's probably because the next Smash character is a Dragon Quest character, and they're trying to get people amped for Dragon Quest, so they know who the next fighter is. So,
well, I think because they got so much going on for it, I think Square Enix just wanted to make a big splash because of them adding all that new stuff, so they had to break it down.
yeah, Square was definitely heavily featured in this Direct. A lot of Final Fantasy, a lot of that, Dragon Quest, and then their new IP from the makers of I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere. But we'll get into that in a little bit. I want to get some housekeeping out of the way real quick. Nindy Showcase Season 2 continued this past weekend with Yoku's Island Express, a charming Metroidvania-style pinball game. There's only 1 week left, so make sure you tune in to our finale on ngrradio.com and youtube.com/Nintendo Power Block today. Also, Season 1 is also all on demand, so you can catch up on it. Second item on the list is our March giveaway. In March, we are giving away a digital version of Yoshi's Crafted World for Nintendo Switch. The rules are simple. Subscribe to youtube.com/Nintendo Power Block, take a screenshot, then either follow us on Twitter and tweet at us at Nintendo_PBlock along with your favorite Nintendo gaming memory, or join our Facebook group on facebook.com/groups/Nintendo Power Block and post your screenshot with your favorite Nintendo memory. It's that simple. The rules changed a tad just because it turns out young people don't use Facebook all that much. So, you got a lot of emails and things about that. So I've had at least 10 emails saying I don't have Facebook, and I'm like, oh well,
It's their MySpace.
yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So we changed the rules a little bit. So if you want to just follow us on Twitter, you can do that as well, and tweet us your favorite Nintendo memory. Season 4 of Pod and Play, by the way, speaking of our seasonal shows, Season 4 of Pod and Play starts March 2nd with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. You can check out the upcoming season as well as seasons 1 through 3 on ngrradio.com or youtube.com/ngrradio. We got a pretty great season lined up for you, so come subscribe today to our main YouTube channel and watch all the other seasons. It's pretty good stuff, especially the last couple seasons have been pretty decent. We've had really good discussions. After we got through that technical hiccup after Metro last light, yeah, that episode was rough. But the conversation was good, but the episode was rough. So, lastly, check out our other channels, Nerds Gone Platinum and Arsenal X, and help us get them to 100 subs. They're both really close, so just head on over and click subscribe. If you're a PlayStation fan, Nerds Gone Platinum will be for you. Arsenal X is our Xbox channel. You should go over there and subscribe as well. Yeah, I think that's all the housekeeping we got. It's trying to go quickly because I know we're going to have huge conversations about this Direct. So we're going to move into what we've been playing. Jesse, we're going to start with you. What have you been playing on your Nintendo Switch? Bam.
I haven't been playing a whole lot, but I did try the Tetris 99.
Yeah.
And I just I realized that I'm not that into Tetris multiplayer. So I played a couple of games. I was done with it. I'd rather just play the regular, like, because I just don't play Tetris that often. Like you, Corey, you play Tetris quite a bit, so I could imagine that you probably have fun playing that and like have a chance of surviving.
I've come in second place 3 times and third place 5 times.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Man, I'm gonna be, dude.
Yeah,
if this is the first battle royale game I come in first place in, I'm gonna be like really upset.
Screenshot it.
Well, every time I come in second place, I've screenshotted it. So,
yeah.
But I'm actually really into Tetris 99, just because I've been playing Puyo Puyo Tetris every night since it's come out. So, just about.
Yeah, I just don't play enough to be good at it. So, like, I've played it here and there, but I haven't really sat down like a lot and played it. But who knows? I'll probably play it more, but I prefer the just regular, like at my own leisure Tetris, basically.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And then
so good though.
I played the demo of the game that had opened up the show with.
Oh, damn it!
I don't even want to say its name.
Don't care, sir.
Man.
I know.
Man.
Yeah, I was going for the like Japanese. What's that? That one hardcore metal band where it's the guy that they disbanded, but it was the metal, like the guy that was saying death metal, but he dressed up like a schoolgirl basically. I forget what they're called right now. I can't. Why am I thinking? I can't remember what.
But
they're
a weird
Japanese
dream you had this morning while you took a nap before the show.
What?
I don't know. I'm just messing with you.
It's a Japanese band. It's like a bunch of Japanese girl singers, and then there's the hardcore death metal guy that dresses up like a schoolgirl that was the lead singer of the band, but they broke up now. I forget what they're called. But anyways, yeah. So I played that. I just couldn't get into it, but I don't know. It just wasn't for me from the beginning. But
yeah.
And then I also played. I downloaded Commander Keen Dreams, which I used to play like all those when those came out for PC. It's like during that time, like that was like when PC was just like trying to figure out how to better be prepared or be able to like play games, because believe it or not, there was a time when PCs weren't exactly the place to play games. Like consoles were the only place to really be able to play games that were super good or whatever. But that was like that was ID Software's like very first games that they made were the Commander Keen games, and they basically they figured out how to do the Mario style game and make it work on a PC without without it feeling glitchy and broken. And so then that turned them into ID Software, and then eventually obviously they made like Wolfenstein and Doom and all that stuff. But so like I used to play those all the time on PC. Like those were my all-time favorite, and so it's kind of nice seeing some of those come to Switch. I'm hoping we get more of them. Like my favorite was the fourth one. It was Goodbye Galaxy, I believe it was called. So I kind of hope that one comes, because that would be more of like your Super Nintendo style graphics. So I'm kind of hoping, like it was a lot smoother and nicer looking. Like the Keen Dream one is all right, but it's pretty bad looking. It's one of the older ones. But yeah, so I played that. And then I've been playing the new Super Mario U. I've still been kind of working away on that as well. So
Nice.
I still need to go pick that up.
It's a good
I
one.
already got
It's a good one.
I literally still got my list that I need to pick up.
I've bought it twice, so it's pretty good. Because I bought it on Wii U. Get it? Because, you know.
yeah.
Yes.
Whatever.
Okay.
Ed, what have you been playing?
So, kind of been playing the same thing that we all been playing, the demos that came from the Nintendo Direct. So, going to start out with Tetris 99. Truly loving this game. Like, it is so addictive, but the thing that I hate about it is that they are not giving me my piece to get my Tetris. And when they don't give me my piece, like, I needed that 4-part line, and they gave me a block, and it messed up my rhythm and everything. Because I'm trying to get good in practice, because when I go see Corey, we're going battle on Puyo Tetris. It's going to be on. Yes, I'm going to make sure that I come number one.
Do you know, like, can you pick, like, whether you get random pieces or, like, a set thing of pieces? Because in the beginning, it shows you, like, it says randomized. It shows you all these
That's how you
different...
attack other players.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I still don't really understand how that all works either, but...
Right, because like I didn't start getting like blocks to block me off until I got like to level 50, level 45, like 45 players and stuff. And I thought people were going to be attacking me and stuff, but I was just like, bam, getting lines done, and people were just going out like quickly. So like my groove is in there. So first time I played it, I got 12. The other time I got like a 58 because I actually was going for a Tetris, and the thing went up, and somehow it messed up my line. I'm like, oh dang it. I am really enjoying this. I think this is with the Tetris production. Because this is, I think when I was watching the Direct, it had that little Tetris sign on it. It's like Tetris Production or something like that. And I wonder now if they own all the rights to license and distribute it. Like, because I wonder if...
Well, I think they just license it out to companies who have good ideas now instead of just saying, hey, Ubisoft, you could make all the Tetris games for 5 years, you know?
Right.
I think they actually are like picking and choosing now.
Because I'm assuming they did the same thing with Tetris Effect.
Yeah. I mean, it still says the Tetris company in front of everything. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. By the way, before we had some issues with the power of editing. You will never know. Ed, this game is free. How are they going to monetize this?
I'm assuming they're gonna do maybe new, probably like music. They'll like if you want to buy new music or buy new boards.
I wonder if you can buy like packs. Like, hey, I want the original Game Boy pack, and it'll have the original Game Boy music and the color scheme and everything like that. Because that skin is actually unlockable in Tetris Effect. So, I mean, I wonder if there's different skins like packs you'll be able to buy, like the Super Nintendo style pack or whatever.
Like, would that be considered as cosmetic or?
Yeah, everything would have to be cosmetic in this game. There's no way.
I think if they do like maybe $5 packs where they got like almost the whole look in the music and stuff, I could see that happening.
I would throw them $5 for a Game Boy pack.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
So get ready, Corey, because in a couple of months I'm coming down. We even pull your Tetris. We're gonna get down in it, and I'm gonna come out victorious.
Probably. I'm not good at competitive Tetris. Never won. Only came in second place.
And watch you destroy me. Be like, dang
the thing with Tetris 99 though is like, my whole thing has just been like, just survive. I don't care how many lines I get. I don't care how many points I get. Just survive. Just make sure you're getting as many lines as you possibly can, the quickest amount possible. And like, if you just happen to line up a Tetris, get it. But just survive, because that's how I made it to the end. Like, I made it to the end with, like, when they rank, like, the top 10, they show you the leaderboard of, like, the top 10 people or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody else always has more lines and more points than me, but I come in second place because they weren't coming after me. So that's been my strategy so far. It's just like, just survive. If some blocks come at you, just get rid of them. If
What?
Because if you don't appear dangerous, people won't come after you.
Yes.
I've learned, because, like, the one time I actually tried to get, like, Tetrises all the time and, like, had a lot of points and stuff, people were throwing those gray blocks at me left and right, and I'm just like, oh boy, yeah, no. You just can't appear dangerous, right? So
yes. Those gray blocks.
Dude, it's a killer.
You see one and the thing gets tense, suspenseful, and you don't know why. It's just like, this is a block. But it's just like, it blocks your progress, and not just like, it gets you in. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Tetris 99, definitely enjoying that. Daemon X Machina. If you guys are fans of Nintendo Pop Block, you can see my custom made character and my robot Corey, your robot color.
You can also see a quick look of Daemon X Machina on youtube.com/Nintendo Pop Block.
Yes, do guys check that out. Yes, and Tetris 99. Do check that out too. The quick licks that Corey did, very, very great.
Also very, very done at like midnight.
Ooh. So you were still up when I got home, wasn't you?
What? Let's see. I posted them yesterday. So Thursday night, I was up recording stuff because I stayed up late editing them and had them processed while I fell asleep, and then I got up a little bit early before work and uploaded them. So
okay. So yeah,
man, sleep evades me a lot these days.
We had a discussion about that yesterday. So.
I know. I was just like, I was like so tired yesterday that I was just like, I don't know why I keep doing this. I just want to go to bed, but the stuff has to get done. And then I started playing. Then I started playing Crackdown and Anthem. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play. It's just the thought of setting everything up and recording and editing afterwards. Just like, oh, jeez.
Yes.
But then you start playing and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. So, Daemon X Machina, and this prototype mission, just give you an idea. It's kind of what everybody's seeing at E3, when they first revealed it with the direct and stuff. I think this is leading up to be my game of the year.
Ooh, ouch.
And I know, like you, Jesse, you got Resident Evil 2 Game of the Year. Great choice. Corey, we'll see what you decide later on in the year. But this game, yes, it has that Armored Core effect. Yes, it's kind of missing that action stylized thing that I need. But the flying field, to me personally, everybody, this is me. My co-host disagrees. That's okay. We all can do that.
We heavily disagree. We loudly disagreed yesterday.
It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy what he's about to say right now.
So, to me personally, the flying in Daemon X Machina feels better than Anthem. And I think
Ed likes a complicated control scheme for flying instead of just steering your character in the direction you want to go.
I would say this. And Jesse, I do agree with you with the point that you kind of wish that you had a button to to go down to make it easier. I do agree with that. I think because in Anthem they don't teach you on how to fly, compared to what they teach you in Daemon X Machina.
But I know you haven't played Anthem yet, Ed, because you don't have like the EA access stuff. But there is a whole mission where they teach you how to fly.
From what they did with the demo.
Yeah, the demo just kind of threw you in, and they just had button prompts. But the whole the second mission, I think, in Anthem is all about teaching you how to fly.
And I think,
well, we'll get into it later. Sorry.
And I think that's probably why. If I go by just demos. Daemon X Machina holds it over Anthem because of it teaching you how to fly and stuff. Hopefully, what I do like about what Marvelous and them are doing, that they did say that, hey, for a selective few, we'll put out a survey. We want to know what you guys think, so we can make the game better. I'm glad that they offered that, and they're just like, and even if you don't give a survey, we still want to hear feedback to you on Twitter. So keep checking out at Nintendo America. I'm glad that they did that, so people can put out their concerns. I think for me, stuff just started clicking, and I think you just gotta play it a lot. You might get confused because some of the colors blend in and everything, but I like that they got a lock-on effect with it.
Yeah, that was kind of like my biggest thing with the demo is like, as much as in the quick look, I kind of compared it to Breath of the Wild a little bit, where like I love Breath of the Wild's art style and the way the game looks, but when you get those saturated, like those hard saturated pinks and purples in there,
yes,
like Breath of the Wild it's a little easier to handle because like everything else is like green and blue and kind of has this nice kind of color palette over it, but like everything in Daemon X Machina is so saturated and so just like everything kind of blends together because everything is orange and red.
The background is red. Yeah,
and it's just like, man, and like that's why in the second mission of the quick look, I made my character green so it would stick out and be like, okay, I can like, not that I like didn't know where my robot was the whole time, but like sometimes when I was like flying around and stuff trying to shoot guys, like it would kind of blend in and like my eyes would steer away from the reticle.
Yes.
You know? And it kind of like threw me off in terms of shooting guys. So
yeah, I understand. I definitely agree with you. It still looks great. I think the color palette, just like you kind of need the enemies to pop so they can stand out. But
or they need some sort of like, they need some sort of like, if they're within your reticle and like within a certain distance of you, there needs to be some sort of like outline that says, hey, your enemy is right here. And I think they do mark them as like red a little bit on the outside, but when they're marked on the outside as red and your background is red and the ground is orange, it all just kind of like blends together and it's really hard to see what you're doing. And so like maybe if they do that, maybe they change that outline from red to maybe like white or some kind of brighter color.
You know what? I think white would work. I think white would be better because it's something that you'll be able to see. And even if they did like a light blue background or something, that white stands out still.
And then like when your allies are within your reticle, maybe they're like blue. You know, something to really differentiate itself. Because like as much as I think the art style looks cool, like I really do think this game has a unique look. I really want it to like, I want some of the stuff to stand out so I know like, okay, that's an enemy. Like, you know, like the blue kind of health boxes that are laying around. They stick out because they are a different color. They're different. They're kind of washed out. They're kind of like, you know, they have a different style to them, which is cool. Like I know that that's a health box or ammo box. I can go pick that up and refuel while, you know, trying to fly around and fight enemies and stuff. It's like, man, this is really tough to see.
Yes. So, but I will say that I played it on the big screen, and this is probably going to be another game that you need that Pro controller, because I think just the Switch itself, playing it on the Switch on the go, may do some people justice, but this is a game that you need the big controller and you need the TV to see. I think it makes it easier and more comfortable to play than just playing it with the Joy-Cons for it. So
yeah, because I need to try it on the TV yet. I played it in handheld, and it seriously, it looks like it's a 3DS game. Like it's so bad. Like it just, like visually, it just doesn't look good on handheld mode at all.
Yeah,
and I can understand that I'm glad that they said this is prototype missions, just to give you guys an idea of what the game is. And they said summer 2019. This game could get delayed because of the feedback. I think hopefully they fix some of the frame rates because it does drop.
Well, these are minimal changes they could fix within a month or two, right? Like the outline color of an enemy probably takes less than it probably takes maybe like a couple hours to do that, right? I mean, I'm not in game design. I'm not sure if that would like break the game or anything, but I'm assuming changing one little outline of to tell you where an enemy is not going to take like months to do. So
yes. So, but I'm definitely looking forward. Like I said, this is my anticipated game of 2019. I got Crackdown 3, and I'm by the time you guys see this, I'll be waiting for Anthem to drop. So be ready to play that. But from what I've played of Daemon X Machina, it looks like it's on the right track to being my game of the year. So, and that's just personally me. So, last but not least, I did download Final Fantasy IX. Of course, I got to have that. There's another game that surprised me, but we'll talk about that when we get into the direct. And last but not least, Yoshi's Crafted World. And also downloaded Delta Room. So I'm waiting for the 28th to drop, so the first chapter could come. But I did pre-download that. Yoshi's Crafted World. This is in the second of Game of the Year for me. It on how easy the access is. I'm glad the reticle don't move around. You easily can maneuver it and be able to shoot it anywhere. I marveled at everything that they offer on how this game looked, and it felt like 60 frames per second on TV. I'm like, this is quick, and I'm loving this. So it kind of knocked Resident Evil 2. Don't get me wrong, Jesse. Resident Evil 2 is still in my nomination, but ranking it's like number 3 now because of Yoshi's Woolly World until I play the full game. This is wow. Like, this game knocked me, and I can't wait to March 29th to play the full game. So, I wish they gave us another level. I wanted another level because I wanted to continue to play this game, and I couldn't. I'm just like, ugh.
Well, they let you do the thing where like that's like their big thing right now is like, hey, all the levels can be played backwards as well.
Yeah, and then find the cows.
Well, there's actually 3 parts to that level because you can go back in and find all the cows and bring them to that thing that's outside. So
I haven't actually got a chance to play it yet.
I also like how Ed said last but not least 3 separate times.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rambling off the top of my mind, everybody. I apologize. But those direct demos in Fire Emblem. But Fire Emblem and Guacamelee I played. And they're going to be talking a little bit. And then Darber I played a little bit more. I just know at this time that I'll be playing more Xbox than Switch in the coming weeks because I got to get down with Crackdown 3, Anthem.
Dude, I went through 2 months of not having like really anything to play except for New Super Mario Brothers U, right? And then now I had like within 3 days of each other, I had like 10 games to play, and I'm like, jeez, no.
Yeah, I want to get Exodus so bad, dude.
Yeah, it's getting.
I want to really play that so bad.
Yeah, it's getting really good reviews. But I'm gonna real quick. I'll just say what I've been playing since we're already a half hour into this episode and haven't even touched the news yet. So Yoshi's Crafted World. You can see a quick look up on our YouTube page. It's good. I mean, it's definitely the same vibe as Yoshi's Woolly World. It's definitely that game with a different style of level design and stuff, so that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. I think it's going to be fun to play through. Daemon X Machina, we talked about. Final Fantasy IX, still probably my favorite Final Fantasy game. Granted, I haven't played all of them. I know a lot of people are like, well, what about 6 and 7? No, I've never played 6, and I think 7 is extremely overrated. I've said that 1,000 times. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably still play it on Switch, but just because it's been like 15 years since I played 7. But in my opinion, it's 9 is definitely the best. So don't get me wrong, I still want to play 6, but just haven't got there yet.
Well, I think the thing is with 7, what I liked about it was just the whole materia system. But
Yeah.
I do have to agree. Once 9 came out, I think that's when they really started getting things like really well done. Because I love 10 and 10 too. Like, you know, all those after 9, I think were all improvements. But I did like 7, but yeah, I mean, I think the newer ones are better. I just don't have time for those kind of games anymore. As much as I'd love to play them, I just don't.
Well, my thing with 7 also is like I played it way after it came out, and I played 8, 9, and 10 before I played 7. And like I think it's the same. I think Final Fantasy 7 has the same type of nostalgia that Nintendo fans have for Ocarina of Time and Mario 64. Where like this is the first time we get to see, you know, our favorite series or something work really well in a 3D space, and you know, PlayStation had the fully kind of orchestrated soundtrack and kind of, you know, it was, I think it was a mix of the new technology mixed with, you know, some people's favorite series, favorite role-playing games moving into the third, like into 3D and all that kind of stuff to tell the story better. And I think that's, you know, why Final Fantasy 7 is kind of held in this high regard. But Jesse, I totally agree with you. I think 8, 9, 10, and 12 are all better. I mean, 10 too, you can take it or leave it. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine sequel.
I liked it.
And 7 is just an evolution of RPGs because I think that's just got a lot of people into it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I was thinking, and we're gonna move on. This is supposed to be the game for N64 before they jumped to PlayStation, but it was a different game. So it's kind of, I think it's kind of nostalgic, like you said, Corey, that this game's coming to Switch, and I think it really got people into RPGs and actually like cinematics and CGI in games. Like the story level, the storytelling has evolved because of Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Still waiting on tactics to come.
I know. Jeez. Dude, why not? Like that PSP War of the Lions kind of remaster was awesome, by the way. They should just bring that over. Yeah. It's on iPad too, so there's no excuse.
It has to come to Switch.
Other than that, I've been making my way through Wargroove. It's still really good. Although like I kind of want to stop playing it because I really feel like once Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out, like jeez, man, I like that's gonna just suck so much time. But we'll talk about that. And by the way, found out some interesting news about that game. But we'll hit on that when we get to the direct stuff. But that's kind of all I've been playing in terms of Nintendo stuff. We have a lot to talk about at Arsenal X this week as well. So, but we're gonna
actually next week
we're gonna get into the news real quick here. Let me pull up all this news because we have like a ton of stuff to talk about. News bits. Before we get into the direct news, just a small note. Hollow Knight is getting an official sequel. It was supposed to be DLC, but it is getting an official sequel. Hollow Knight Silksong is coming to Switch as a console launch exclusive, where you fight as where are you? Where they said they gave all kinds of things, but anyways, it's coming to Switch first and PC. So yeah, Hollow Knight's getting a sequel. Also of note, anybody who backed the game on Kickstarter is getting this sequel for free on their platform of choice, because it was originally supposed to be DLC for Hollow Knight. So so if you Kickstarted it, you're getting this game for free. Congratulations. Which is cool. I dabble in Hollow Knight. It just didn't get its hooks in me. So but that was like the one big news story that I wanted to get to before we got to the direct, because it wasn't announced in a direct and it kind of felt like it should have been. let's talk about this Nintendo Direct, guys. It was a big one. Let me tell you, it was from start to finish. I feel like this was Nintendo's best Direct to date, especially since the Switch has been out. You know, they've done some cool things with Directs, like the Star Fox puppets and Reggie and Iwata fighting each other when Smash for Wii U was announced. But like, I think in terms of presentation, pacing, games, the amount of time they spent on games, that kind of stuff, this was probably their best put together Direct. I mean, man, there was so much. Dude, there's so much in this Direct. It was almost it was unbelievable how much we got.
Everybody's comparing this as this is E3.
Yeah.
Like, they went in. Like, Nintendo did not come to play.
No, they came to play. They came to play hard.
Dude, this was worth the wait.
Yeah, this was man. This.
Oh, and congratulations to you, Corey, for one of your predictions being right.
Oh, well, partially right. We'll get to that. It was partially right, but I'll take full credit for it, so that's fine. So the Direct kicked off with Super Mario Maker 2. Definitely glad they kind of like showed off it was a sequel instead of a port, which, you know, there was some interesting ways they could have made Mario Maker for Wii U work on Switch, but they would have had to change that game a lot. And I think with them adding the item wheels and really adding a ton of stuff to really just solidify that this was a sequel. Like, I like how they opened up with the ramps, because you couldn't make ramps in the first game.
Yeah.
Which I guess I never really realized, because like I was so just focused on beating the levels that people were making that I was just like, oh yeah, I guess slopes exist in Mario. But I thought that was funny that was like the one big feedback loop that people kept giving them, was like, where are ramps? Where's the ramps? And they led off with, hey, here's some ramps. So,
so
what?
So, Corey, you want me to drop some stuff about it? I don't know if you have it in your notes.
I mean, I have some stuff, but you can if you really want to, you can.
Okay, so it's going to have graphics from Super Mario 1, 3, World, and New Super Mario Brothers. There's going to be new power-ups like the cat suit from Super Mario 3D World. It may have co-op design, and this might be because of Luigi being on the cover with Mario. Now you'll be able to set enemies in the background to come to the foreground, so it's going to be interesting to see that design. And the game will be out on June 2019. So
soon.
Okay. I was like, wait, what?
When they showed it, like when they first showed it, I was like, man, this game's for sure going to be their big holiday push. Like, I thought this game was going to come out in October and be kind of like, you know, they were going to line up their kind of holiday with like Luigi's Mansion and this in October, and then Pokemon in November kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just have like 3 weeks in between all of them, like boom, 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 boom. But man, June, dude, I can't believe this game's coming in June.
Okay.
It's because they want everybody to go play it at E3.
But this is crazy. I didn't think the spring and summer would be packed because of this Direct. What the heck happened?
Yeah, dude, this summer is packed. It's so packed. I'm like, man, I'm kind of glad May is kind of empty for them.
Well, I think their best thing, because of it being like a handheld system, I feel like the best thing to do is to get some of these big games out in summer, because they know people are going to be out and about, you know, outside, you know, bringing their Switch with them, and you know, and just like, it just is a perfect, like, when I think Nintendo, like, I think summer, like.
Well, you know what else too is like this being handheld, I wonder if you'll be able to, like, as long as you're like within distance of somebody who's also playing Mario Maker, you'll be able to share levels on the fly. You know,
Street
you'll
pass
be able
it
to,
in a way.
Yeah, you'll be able to just like, because they did patent that technology for that's used in Mario Party, right? And I wonder if that you'll just be able to be like, hey, here's a level, and you'll be able to like swipe it over to somebody else's Switch, and they'll be able to play it on the fly.
Oh, I hope so. I would love that.
I think that'd be a really cool idea. So we do have a question about Super Mario Maker. We have some questions. No question block today, but I try to integrate the questions in where I thought they would fit well within the conversation. Megan Green writes in and says, "Wow, a full sequel. Do you think there will be more skins than just the Super Mario 3D World, or will there be more? Mario 2, please."
Everybody's hoping for Mario 2. I think we will get more of it at E3. I think.
Well, if it's out before E3, we won't be getting it at E3.
Well, because they say June 2019, they'll definitely push this for E3. Even if it gets released, I think Treehouse will bring something into it and give some updates that we didn't know about.
Yeah, plus with Nintendo really pushing like live updates and stuff to their games, like they could just be like, "Hey, Mario Maker's getting an update for free. Here's the Mario 2 pack, or here's the Yoshi's Island pack or something to that effect."
Because I would love Yoshi Island style from the Super Nintendo or Paper Mario graphics to be added to this game.
Yeah, especially
I would
because
like Paper Mario. That would be
because
awesome.
I mean that art style exists in a 2D world too, with Super Paper Mario on Wii, like that. Yeah, that I mean it exists already. So.
Ooh, and you can switch the perspective.
No, that's too far. I don't think they want to go that far.
Honestly, I would like to see an actual Super Mario Brothers 2 remake, but done in the Paper Mario graphics. Like I don't know why, but it just feels like Mario 2 should be in those graphics. Like
because
it just would work with it.
That mice throwing.
Well, and just in like pulling out the radishes out of whatever out of the ground, and like I don't know, it just seems like it would be a cool idea to do it in that graphic.
Yeah, I really want the Mario and Luigi, like the hand drawn stuff. That's what I really want. I want that art style. So I think Ed froze.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he totally froze. Well. So like I really want that hand drawn art style from the box art for that. So, but yeah, Super Mario Maker. I'm sure it's gonna be a big hit. It looks, man, I think it's gonna be great. There goes Ed. Bye, Ed.
Sorry about.
Oh,
hi. Sorry.
There he is.
Skype cut out on me. I'm like, what the heck happened?
Don't worry, we noticed. He just went away. Bye, Ed. But anything else you want to say about Mario Maker, Ed, before we move on? Because we got a lot to get through.
Nope, let's move on.
All right, cool. Some of these we won't spend a long time on, but that Mario Maker, I think, deserves that. So, also coming this summer, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, exclusive to Nintendo Switch. They made it a point to say you could play as the Avengers, the Defenders, the Offenders, Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, and more, which included Spider-Man characters. Also, they made it a point to, I'm sure they did it because the movie's coming out in like 2 weeks, but Captain Marvel is joining the game as a playable character. She looks like she's super powerful and has some cool moves, so that's awesome. CODFan FF tweeted at us and said, "Where's Deadpool?" I don't know. He'll probably be in there. He was in the other one, so I'd be shocked if he wasn't in there, or at least as a DLC character at some point. Because like I bet a lot of X-Force could be like DLC for them. I think that'd be a cool team as DLC.
Yes.
So, but yeah, local or online multiplayer also. So that's a cool feature.
I feel like it's a July game for some reason.
I feel like summer. What else is coming out? Well, if they have Mario Maker in June, Fire Emblem in July, I could see this coming out in August with the home release of Avengers, the movie. Avengers, the new movie.
Agreed. Agreed. Now that you say that, agreed now.
Yeah. I mean, I would have said, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Ed, but the fact that Nintendo is publishing it and funding it, and they have 2 other big games coming out this summer, like August is still technically summer, and I think that would probably bolster their lineup. Although I don't know if they want to really like kill Platinum's game either, because they're funding that project too, the Astral Change game. So Well,
I have thoughts of that game.
Dude, this is a packed summer. This is a packed summer. Anyways, yeah, that's coming. So that was their other kind of whatever. Also, my excitement, Box Boy and Box Girl coming to Nintendo Switch eShop. Very excited. 270 new levels, a cutie campaign, co-op. Oh, can't wait. You guys excited for Box Boy? I'm excited.
Of course.
For Box Boy.
And I was going to congratulate you, Jesse, because I was thinking the same thing of getting the trilogy, and I thought that was about to happen. And then they said there was a new game, and I was just like, "Yay!" So you partially right. Yeah, Box Boy did come.
I know.
Oh, Corey, you mean? You said Jesse.
Yeah. I mean, I thought we were gonna get a Box Boy trilogy HD collection, which I would have been totally fine with. But the fact that we're getting a new game.
Well, that was one of the games that was in the rumors, wasn't it? Of that person had predicted was coming out or whatever.
It was one of their eShop projects. So
yeah, but it's
and April 26th, like it's already a packed month. Like
I know if this is the one thing Nintendo has in April, that's fine because of all like their whole third-party lineup basically for the year is coming out in April.
Pretty much. And Nintendo, I said this on optional. I need physical. I need a physical Switch copy of this game. I don't want it to just be eShop on.
It will be. It will be.
Yes.
Just because I think they want to keep that title cheap because of don't get me wrong, like Snipper Clips ended up coming out and that ended up coming out physically, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love a Box Boy. I wonder if they'll bring that amiibo over. The one that
they have to.
Japan exclusive of Box Boy.
Oh, they have to now.
They could bring one of each. They should have both of them, Box Boy and Box Girl.
Yeah, as a 2-pack.
Yeah. And,
or a 3-pack with Cutie in the middle.
Are they gonna
Cutie.
Are they gonna be in Smash?
Box Boy for Smash.
I think one of his stages is. I thought they showed up in Smash.
Probably. I'm sure he was on the 3DS version. I'm sure there was a Box Boy stage on the 3DS version. Next on the list, they announced the Smash Bros. 3.0 Spring Update is coming. They showed off Joker's character model coming before the end of April, and they showed off a few new amiibo. But I'm also sure that Smash Brothers will be getting its own Direct sometime in the near future.
I think at the end of April.
Yeah, I think they kind of took that to heart during E3, where everybody thought they spent too long on Smash Brothers, and so they've just been every time there's like a content update, they want to make sure that Smash gets its own Direct for those people who really care to dig deep into the thing. So, also, they showed Joker's character model, but not any gameplay. So, I expect Joker to be shown off in the next Smash Direct, along with whatever the next fighter is. So,
and plus we got the Persona watch along next month, the reveals.
Also true. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker DLC and co-op update is coming. The DLC I think is $10, but if you buy the bundle digitally, you save $3, which is kind of cool. It's $10 and you get 18 new challenges over 5 courses. And the co-op update is totally free, which adds a purple toad, which is probably a throwback to the poison mushroom in Mario 2 or Mario Lost Levels, whatever.
Yes,
that's exciting to me because this is a game I've been wanting to play with my wife for a while, and I think the co-op aspect is really going to help, push that through.
I want to play this co-op so bad.
But Captain Toad, great game, fantastic game.
March 14th, I'll be buying the DLC.
Yeah.
I need to get it yet.
Then they showed a trailer for Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. It's coming out this summer as well. Deshaun Malone writes in, he says, "Do you think Konami will get their heads out of their quote, insert curse word here, and get us a Castlevania collection now that Bloodstained is coming out?"
No,
I don't think so either. It would be nice if we got like a GBA DS collection, but I don't see it happening.
Konami has a baseball game that they're known for in Japan only. So they're doing that instead of the Castlevania game for America. So Sean, go if you're down for it, I say watch the Japanese Nintendo Direct and you'll see what I'm talking about.
But I thought that trailer was really interesting. I thought the kind of morphing 2D style, like they had the cylinder, kind of the spinning cylinder where you're climbing up the circle stairway. I thought that looked pretty cool. I still don't know if I'm interested in this game or not.
What I find very interesting is that they're pushing this more on Switch than any other platform, because the Kickstarter for this game was on for PlayStation, I think Xbox and PC,
and if they made Wii U and Vita also.
Oh, Wii U and Vita, okay. Because I thought they were just like, if we get some extra money, then we'll port it on Switch.
Like, I think they canceled the Wii U version in favor of the Switch version. I think it's what they ended up doing.
Because of probably the delays and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if they tried to release this game on Wii U now. I mean, I think there's maybe like 15 people who have their Wii U's hooked up still. So, which I'm one of them because it's sitting right here in front of me.
Hi, everybody.
For those who don't believe me, it's right here. Here's my gamepad. Woo! Man, dude, this thing sucks to hold compared to the Switch. Like, it's just clunky. Jeez. So, but I mean, it's cool, but I'd rather have some 2D Metroid games or something. I don't know. This game just doesn't really do anything for me. But then again, Castlevania has never really done anything for me either. So,
yeah, but I'm picking it up. What about you, Jesse?
Yeah, it looked interesting to me. I don't know for sure yet whether it's something I'll pick up, but yeah, it looks interesting enough though.
Moving on, there's a huge Dragon Quest section, which, I mean, our thoughts are pretty much the internet's thoughts are, they spend a lot of time on Dragon Quest specifically because the next Smash Fighter is going to be from Dragon Quest at some point. So,
rumored.
Yeah, well, a lot of people think it's Edric from Dragon Quest 3 or whatever. So, they were talking about Dragon Quest Builders 2. And if you played the first one, you have the ability to craft the legendary hero's tunic and throne for your second game. So I mean, it's cool. I guess it's basically an RPG set in a Japanese Minecraft world.
Yeah.
So,
I'm interested of doing this with other people online too, because I'm buying it for Switch, and I want to see what we all could build, like, or craziness. If I'm not going to get my Roller Coaster Tycoon online with you guys, I might as well get this.
Well, sorry, Ed, I will not be playing Dragon Quest Builders 2 with you.
I know.
But I will be playing the Dragon Quest XI Shadows of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition.
Yes.
Out this fall. What a title. Man, couldn't have been longer. Couldn't have been longer if they tried. Yeah. But I think Dragon Quest XI looks awesome, and they did the thing. They did the graphic thing that we talked about on the 3DS version.
Yeah,
and we were like, man, if they don't, they should probably bring that over for the Switch version. And lo and behold, they did that. Remember when we talked about it like 6 months ago when they announced that it was coming to Switch?
Yes.
Maybe like a year ago at this point. And we were just like, man, they should do the graphic thing on Switch if they're not bringing the 3DS version over. There it is.
And all of this definitive edition is only exclusive to Nintendo.
Yeah, which is crazy. That's so crazy that it's like they're not like updating the PlayStation version. It's just the Switch version. That's crazy. I wonder how much. I wonder if Nintendo funded that for them to do that.
Yeah, they had to.
Man, that's insane. That's so insane. But I think it looks awesome. I think Dragon Quest XI looks awesome. And like dude, I almost bit like 3 times gonna buy the PlayStation version. I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait for Switch. I gotta wait for Switch.
I have it on PlayStation 4 and I'm buying this game on Switch. It was only $20 when I brought it for PlayStation 4, so yeah. I couldn't pass it up.
So. Are you gonna play through the 16-bit version?
Yes, I am.
That's what I thought. I'll probably switch back and forth a few times, but I think that game looks amazing. Like the graphics, I think look great. I think it's one of the best looking games so far on Switch outside of Nintendo stuff. So actually, at some points it looks better than some Nintendo stuff. But I digress. Looking at you, Kirby.
That part is questionable to me.
Jesse, you're awfully quiet for Dragon Quest XI.
Yeah, I've never really played any of them.
I played 8 on PS2, which is the only Dragon Quest game
I played the Dragon Quest Builders because I think isn't it on Game Pass or something like that?
Yeah, I think the first one. I tried somewhere. It's somewhere.
Yeah, I think I tried it because I had downloaded it for Max or something like that.
Oh, you know what?
Or maybe it was the demo. It was the demo on Switch.
Yeah. Which I still need to go buy the game. I bought it for PS4, but I'm gonna buy it for Switch too because I want to when that game 2 comes out, I want to have it ready. I want to have that collection.
Yeah. Also, I guess we should probably tell everybody what's in the definitive edition. It's besides the switch between 16-bit and HD graphics, there's also party member specific missions that you can play. Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the loyalty missions for Mass Effect 2, where you kind of go and play their stories. So I think that's pretty cool that they're adding that. So moving on. Disney Zumzum Festival is coming in 2019 based on a very popular Japanese-inspired Disney toy. And let me tell you what, man, when we go to Disney World, those things are everywhere. Those things are everywhere. And yeah, it's basically Disney Zoom Mario Party. So
yes. I sold a lot of those at Toys R Us.
I'm sure you did. So that'll be available for children of all ages, 4-player co-op, couch co-op, or online, and you can also play a lot of their puzzles in vertical mode, which is a nice little touch. That's coming exclusively to Switch in 2019. But the next thing we're going to talk about here is Starlink Battle for Atlas April 2019 update, which is super awesome. They're basically adding more Star Fox to the game, adding more modes and more. They're adding spaceship races, and they're adding co-op modes and everything. So also they're adding the Star Fox pilots to your arsenal of pilots, and you can use any of them in the main Star Fox mission as well as the main Starlink game as well. Pretty exciting, pretty cool. And free update, by the way. Don't have to pay for it. It's free DLC
in April. I think that's why I messaged you, Corey. I was just like, I wonder if this is going to be the Star Fox Grand Prix.
No, it's not.
But give you an idea with their Starship races.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I think that's cool. But the racing stuff is coming to all the game, all of the versions of the game.
Oh, so. See, I thought because it was Star Fox, it was only coming to Switch.
Yeah, no, I mean the Star Fox. There's a lot of Star Fox content coming in the free update, but. They did have a roadmap for the other versions, and this spaceship racing was in there as well.
Okay.
So, but the Star Fox stuff is just a little added bonus for us Switch fans.
Okay.
Yeah. But Starlink, still a cool game that I haven't played because my ship doesn't work. So, although the game is $20 on Amazon. So.
Oh, I need to order it.
Yeah, it's super cheap right now on Amazon. So I
is
actually
it the
thought
Star
about
Fox edition?
Yeah, it's the Star Fox edition. It's only the Switch version too. Is $20. So pick it up. The next two games, Rune Factory 4 Special and Rune Factory 5, are coming to Switch. It's a 3D. It's kind of like it's from the makers of Harvest Moon, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rune Factory, and so you can kind of decipher what that game is for yourself if you want it. Ed, this sounds like a game that's totally up your alley for some reason.
Buying it day one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So,
played a lot of it on the DS, on the handheld systems. So that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it coming to 3DS and DS and stuff. But the next game on this list is pretty exciting. I think it looks really cool. The Oninaki game It's from Tokyo RPG Factory, who made Lost Sphere and I Am Setsuna, and it looks like they're taking a little bit of a Secret of Mana approach to this with a really unique art style. It's action RPG, like a isometric. I don't know if it's isometric, but it's almost top-down RPG. I don't know if you can control the camera or not, so isometric is probably the wrong word. But
it's an action RPG, like yeah,
action RPG looks really cool. I like the art style. Looks kind of like Disgaea-esque in terms of like if Disgaea actually used their art style from the boxes instead of the chibi stuff that's in the game. But
and very Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah,
with this party system, and
I got that vibe too. I got that vibe from it too a little bit. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty looking game. But again, I hope it doesn't have the same effect that Daemon X Machina had that we talked about at the top of the show. It has those bright pinks and purples and very saturated, and I mean, I think it's a little bit cell shaded, so I think that helps with it a little bit. But at the same time, there's like a really weird saturation issue with some games that it just really bothers me.
Well, I think this one's going to be different. It's because you're switching between two different worlds.
Yeah, no, I
but I understand what you mean.
When games use color saturation too much, it throws everything off because it just doesn't look right, and then it affects the other graphics, and it's just yeah. But that game looks really cool. I'm really excited for that.
And this is not a summer game. I'm like, goodness,
I know. Yoshi's Crafted World they showed. They announced the demo, which we talked about a little bit at the top of the show. There's 180 different costumes that you can unlock and wear to protect yourself, so that's kind of cool. They're all kind of like, I think the one they showed off was like a donut box, and like they're all like different cardboard box style
things.
The
Nintendo Labo.
Yeah, so that's cool. I don't think we need to talk any more about that, except that we're giving the game away, so if you want to enter that contest, you should.
Yes.
YouTube.com/NintendoPowerBlock. Subscribe. Send us your stuff. And then they spent a lot of time on Fire Emblem Three Houses, which I'm super excited for. I'm so excited. Dude, it's like Fire Emblem meets Persona meets Harry Potter.
Now, I will say this. Everybody, I'm going to admit this. I agree with you, Corey, that this game was going to definitely come out in May.
Mm-hmm.
And that announcement of it being delayed to July 26th, I feel like confirmed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, dude, that game, man, I swear that game was going to come out in May.
Right. And I know they've been showcasing it like here and there, but they haven't deep dived in it like they did this and gave like an official date to be like, wait, we didn't even know that it had an original date. We just knew 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they said it though, right? They said like you knew it was supposed to come out this spring, and I was like, judging by Nintendo's lineup, May sounds like a great window because everything's coming out in April. They've already got a game coming out in March, so it's either February or May, and I'm like, spring puts it in May, especially after the beginning of this direct when they said Mario Maker was coming out in June, and they have another game coming out in July. It's like, man, this seems like May fits, and it's like, man, this game's coming out in July. So,
is the pre-orders up though? I wonder.
Yeah, they're up. The pre-orders for the normal game have been up since they announced it. Like the first E3, they announced it.
Oh, okay. But I want the Seasons of Warfare edition.
Yeah, it's already sold out at Best Buy, Walmart, and GameStop. Amazon has not put their pre-orders up yet.
I'm going to be going to my local GameStop to see if they have it.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get it, man. I'm just running out of places to put stuff. I would love to get it, but I'm just running out of stuff. I'm running out of room.
It's going to be that funny thing that we pre-ordered it and then you just walk into Target and it's right there. Be like, wait, because that's what they did with Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I still have a sealed copy of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Special Edition, so
yes,
I felt great until I looked it up, and like the Special Edition is the same exact price as the normal edition right now. And I'm just like, give it 5 years.
Yeah, this is probably one of the first Fire Emblem games that I actually am kind of interested in getting.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for Fire Emblem, guys. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna lose me for like 2 months, and then they're gonna add DLC. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm not even ready for the DLC yet.
Yeah, so let's talk about what they kind of deep dived into this. There's 3 large territories, and there's 3 kind of schools, one within each territory, that you kind of choose to lead a group of students against, the dominating forces of the other territory. So you have the Black Eagles in the Edestrian Empire. You have the Blue Lions from the Fergus Empire, and then you have the Golden Deer from the Leicester Empire.
Yes.
I said that all perfect. Don't even look it up. I said it perfect. You don't need to look it up. You don't need to go to another YouTube video. I said it great. Dude, the fact that you're like in a school and you control these houses and like you're teaching students, like, this is totally Harry Potter meets Fire Emblem. Whoever started developing this game was like on a Harry Potter kick when they were like playing. They were like, I'm playing Persona 5 while I'm watching Harry Potter, and I work for Intelligence Systems. So how do we incorporate all this into one game? I got it. Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I wonder. I still don't. I think I'm going to go with the Black Eagles by Eldegar. I think that's the house I'm gonna start with first.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because this tells me that this game, they want you to replay this game a lot, because once you pick a house, you have to stick with that house. You can't, like, you don't move through, right? You just pick a house and you go, right? Also, by the way, I don't think Japan really knows what a monastery is, because they are like, go to they start you out in the monastery, and then like this like scantily clad nun is like walking down the aisles of this church, and I'm like, I don't think nuns show that much leg. That's just my opinion. I'm not Catholic, but
questionable content. Now this is real questionable content.
Also, the one purple haired girl, man, if she like even tries to walk, that's skirt and that outfit is questionable content. Very Japanese questionable content. But I honestly, I really like the animation style. I love the art style of this game. Being co-developed, it came out, by the way, by Koei Tecmo.
Oh,
yeah. So,
cool.
So yeah. I wonder why they were chosen to help. Maybe they're just doing like asset stuff, or helping with some of the animations and stuff to make them look cooler.
Yeah.
Since like Fire Emblem's been stuck on handhelds for so long that like some of the animations are kind of stuck in that kind of traditional handheld style Fire Emblem. So I wonder if they were like, hey, we'll get Koei Tecmo to do some cool animations for us, and we'll stick it in the game.
And I think because of like Harbor Warriors and Fire Emblem Warriors, but definitely Fire Emblem Warriors, because of them having all those enemies on it. So what this tells me too is that I bet Fire Emblem Warriors gets another hit of DLC with characters from this game in it, because that game's still being supported. I got an update the other day that said Fire Emblem Warriors needs updated. I'm like, what? That's interesting. So Ed, you're playing it, so I mean, you might have gotten that too. Yeah,
update.
I did.
So
I got the update.
Interesting. So Fire Emblem Three Houses is my most anticipated game this year, by far, by a long shot. Well, not by a long shot now, but we'll get there.
We will get there. We will get.
It's number
there.
one. It's number one by like half a step right now, until I see more. But yeah. So that's our look. So by the way, like it seems to have like social links a little bit like Persona also, where like I know like you could always group characters together and they would perform better based on who they were with, right? In terms of that relationship bond. But they seem to be going a little bit further with that, which kind of is like, man, they're taking a lot of cues from Persona with this. So hopefully it all kind of comes together, because man, I hope this game is really good. The next game on our list, though, another one of my biggest surprises of the year. Second biggest surprise only to Apex Legends, let me say. Another Battle Royale game on a Nintendo system. Tetris 99. Great game. Fantastic Tetris attack style game with 99 players. It's a great time. We talked a lot about it at the top of the show, but we do have a question. Sam Hall asks, where's our Royale with cheese for episode of Tetris 99?
Well, you could technically if you recorded it like while you're playing.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't be a team thing. It would be only just like a solo mode.
I know. You can check out the quick look on our YouTube page though. It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, and Royale with cheese is kind of an Xbox thing. So
sure. Yeah, but
kind of yeah for the most part, only because of games.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Our next game on the list is Dead by Daylight, which is a kind of... Dude, that game looked real bad.
Oh, it's coming out in the fall. Move on. Next.
Yep, next. That game, man. But for people who are interested in a multiplayer game, like, play this game somewhere else. It just... Or play Friday the 13th. Like, it's basically that. But, you know, there's basically, like, 5 or 6... people on the map trying to run away from this murderer, this super powered murderer, and your goal is to survive. So, I mean, that's basically what the game is.
Hey, kudos to Behavior's Interactive putting the game on Switch. That's a good thing.
You know what? I applaud people trying. And look, it comes out in the fall, so they have like 6 months, 8 months to clean it up. But man, what they chose to show was like, man, that was rough. So, our next game on the list is Deltarune, the Undertale kind of sequel, Chapter 1, which is free. It was really funny. At the end of the trailer, or during the trailer, it said, "There's not this many dogs in the game," and then at the end it said, "Chapter 1 is free," and it said, "Other chapters coming eventually, not free."
Yeah, because the PC don't even have it.
Yeah, so
the rest of the series.
That was pretty funny. Then we talked a lot about Daemon X Machina coming out this summer. A lot of interesting concepts in that game, but
yes,
Grid Autosport, basically going to be Nintendo's version of Forza. Grid Autosport came out originally on 360 and PS3, but it's one of those on PC at least. It's like one of those early games as a service where they just keep updating it, adding new cars, that kind of stuff. And then now we're obviously getting it on Switch. So the next game on the list, though, huge surprise.
Ooh.
Really excited that it's coming to Switch. A little disappointed. I reached out to Ninja Theory and I was like, hey, are we getting a physical edition for Switch on this? And they said there are no plans for a physical edition at this time. I was like, darn, still be buying with smiley face, and they liked my comment. So Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
Yes!
Yeah, that's something I can see a limited run picking up.
Oh yeah.
You know what, Jesse? I said the same thing on optional. Run could pick this up. I would say this.
Or Microsoft, since Ninja Theory is owned by Microsoft now, Microsoft could front the money and actually put out a physical copy at some point.
And that's what I was thinking about because of the Xbox Live coming to Switch thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I already shout out to Jesse White. I already told them, this will be my third time buying it. Like, this was really surprising. Out of the blue, you would just never think. This is the first Ninja Theory game on a Nintendo platform.
I want to know because that was the Switch version they showed in the trailer. I also confirmed that with them. I was like, "Is this the Switch version running in the trailer?" They said, "Yeah, all footage in the Nintendo Direct was taken off the Nintendo Switch." So.
It really looks good.
I honestly thought it was the Xbox, like the Xbox PS4 version, at first. Like I was like, oh, they just pulled the trailer and they're like, hey, it's coming, you know. But like, all that footage was running off Switch, which was super impressive, really impressive. Like I said, digital only, $30. There's no way I'm not buying this game on Switch.
I really had to. And you know what? It still fits that you could play this game with your, in handheld mode with headsets to hear all the voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. By the way, if you play this game, like Ed said, wear a headset. You need sound. Like, sometimes you can play through a game and you can play it through your TV or whatever and not kind of pay attention. Put on headphones and in a quiet space, use headphones. It is very sound oriented. The sound design in this game is probably unmatched to any, unless you're playing like a first person shooter online or something. Like, that's how much this audio matters in this game. So you should definitely play this with headphones in a quiet space and pay attention, because it's wow. That's all I really have to say about that. So coming spring 2019, I wonder if they're going to drop it in that May space, since May is kind of empty right now.
Yeah, they have to. I would buy it for May.
April's really full, I think the only game coming out in May is Assassin's Creed 3 right now. So, which, we're going to get onto these third-party games that are all coming as well. Mortal Kombat 11 coming to Switch. They showed the Switch version running. It looks really good. April 23rd. Unraveled 2 is coming on March 22nd, which is really interesting that it's coming this late. Would have thought they would have tried to push that out a little bit earlier, but it shows that EA is kind of, inching their way towards putting stuff on Switch. So
when everybody told them they should have had it out on when they released it at the E3 presentation.
Yeah, especially since like both the Arnie's are Joy-Con colors. They could have marketed it that way.
Right. Go ahead, Jesse. What would you like to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I could definitely see this game finally getting the attention that it deserves.
Yeah.
Oh, and
because
Oh, go ahead, Jesse. I was gonna say just an attach Unravel 1, because we didn't get it on Switch.
Yeah.
The first one was really good. Like I mean I haven't really played much of the second one. But yeah, it's a good game. The first one was a lot of fun. So
yeah.
I hear the second one's way better. So
Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered coming in May, on May 21st. It includes Assassin's Creed 3, all of the DLC, and Assassin's Creed Liberation, which was the Vita exclusive for a while, and then I think they ended up porting it to Xbox 360 and PS3. I know they said they're redoing a lot of the beginning of the game because of the tutorial stuff was really long and really painful to play. But I think Assassin's Creed 3 it's an interesting game that I think deserves more attention, except for the fact that it just did not play well out of the gate. I hope they really add some of the movement stuff from Origins and Odyssey. I hope they kind of clean up the combat, and I hope they really fix that beginning of the game. But, like I said, they should have just had the Americas collection, which was 3 Liberation and 4, and charged $60 for it, because this is only $40. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered on Switch is only $40, and it comes with 2 games. If they would have just kind of cleaned up, Black Flag a little bit and thrown on for $60, like, man, maybe I really see them kind of putting their older Assassin's Creed game, more of them on Switch. I know they said they wanted to put the Ezio collection on at some point, and I know they've mentioned Rogue and Black Flag at some point. So,
do you think Ubisoft's press conference this year they could show it?
Maybe. I think it depends on what else they have for Switch. There's that heavily rumored Mario plus Rabbids sequel that we talked about in our chat, which there was part of their Ubisoft had an interesting kind of a meeting, I guess. It wasn't really a press conference. It was more of like a, hey, come give us feedback on Mario plus Rabbids, and there's also going to be a secret game here you can't talk about. So a lot of people are speculating that they're going to make Mario plus Rabbids 2, which, don't get me wrong, I'd be super down for, because that game is awesome.
Yes.
But they also kind of mentioned Assassin's Creed also. So, and they want to put at least 2 or 3 games out on Switch every year, which I think, remakes and remasters, as well as Just Dance and a new IP or a new product out, would also fit. So, also, where's Rayman 3? That's all I'm saying. Where's Rayman? Moving on. Square Enix's kind of huge lineup of games, a lot of them got release dates. Final Fantasy IX, out now. Fantastic game. Super underrated. Please go play Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy VII on March 26th. Chocobo Mystery Dungeon Everybody comes out on March 20th. So that's kind of Square's lineup there. So if you're in Final Fantasy, you're getting a lot of it. No mention of Crystal Chronicles Remastered, though. Really interesting that they didn't. I think they're kind of saving that too, because like compared to all these other games, I don't think Crystal Chronicles is going to do as well as 7 or 9 or 10 or 12.
Well, we'll see.
Platinum's new game was announced also, Astral Chain. They spent a lot of time on this game. August 30th. Really surprising. They did confirm that Bayonetta 3 is still well into development, so everybody just, cool your jets. It's coming. My thought on Bayonetta 3 is that they're holding it because 2019 is so packed that I think they're going to want a big game next year, and that they said, Platinum, we're funding this game. Take as long as you want to polish this game. Make it the game you want it to be, because we want you to make it the best possible game you can make it. So that's my theory.
I just want to say too, Astral Chain was the one game in this direct that really caught my eye.
Yeah,
I'm really interested in it.
Yeah,
it kind of reminded me of Power Rangers. They got that whole like thing where they like morphing.
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting that like they are chained to their robotic animal, I guess is what you would call it. Like I thought the one guy with the bow and arrow, and you just kind of like saw him draw one back, but then you saw like his robot guy kind of helping him.
Yeah.
I think this game is going to be something really special. I really do. I think it looks awesome.
It's so weird that people thought Monolith Soft did this, and I'm just like, I can see it in this animation.
Well, the facial expressions look a lot like Xenosaga.
Yeah,
like for the PS2 game. The PS2 game.
I think. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think when they started attacking and that one guy did a flip, and then you see that circle moon kind of effect, like animation, I was just like, oh, this is Platinum, because Platinum has used these moves and just look for a while, so it has to be Platinum.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be awesome. I really like. The character designs too. I think the character designs look cool, like the human characters, not just the robot characters. So plus like when they had that robot,
everything about it was interesting.
Yeah, plus when they had that robot dog get really excited about something, I was like, oh, that's kind of adorable.
Yeah, I wonder how long this game was in production, because they
confirmed last year that they had multiple Switch projects in development. So.
But this is the first one. Mm-hmm. No, Bayonetta 2 would have been the first one, I think. That was
port of Bayonetta 1 and 2 were probably their first ones. But I mean, they confirmed that they had multiple Switch projects in development. So this is definitely one of them, I guess. So Marcus Stroud asked, "Do you think they're holding Bayonetta 3 for next year now that this year is so packed?" Yeah, I don't think they're holding it, but I mean, I think maybe Bayonetta 3 could have been put out this year, but I think they're trying to wait till a window where I think Bayonetta can thrive. I just think, as much as I want Bayonetta to be this huge title that they could put out in the holiday season and be like, man, this is that title, I still think this is a spring style game for them. I think it's a February, March style game for them, and where it can actually sit and thrive.
And I think them losing their director, like the announcement that he's leaving Platinum, because he was a director of Bayonetta 2. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming because he's leaving Platinum, and my assumption is the pre-production of Bayonetta 3 is done. So I think they're about to fully go into this. So I believe next year we'll get it. I could agree with you, Corey. It's spring, for maybe February, maybe May, around April, May. But I feel like I think this game is still a ways out. So I will say 2020. Month wise, I just can't give you a timeline. I think we have to see what our fall into the direct is going to be instead of our E3 direct.
Yeah.
Well, and when they have the Astral Chain or whatever. When they have that coming out, I imagine it was this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year. So
yeah, August.
Yeah,
30th.
what's the point in trying to bring that out this year? I mean,
Yeah.
The more I think about it, it just doesn't make sense for it to quite come out this year. They don't, because they don't have to. They don't, like, it's not like they don't. It doesn't have to be rushed. They can spend some time really, like, just make sure that the game is, really well done and finished, and then they can give us a nice big campaign and just wait and bring it out next year, because they already got because I honestly think that this game could be pretty big.
Yeah.
Because this along with Ultimate Alliance 3 just in August alone, that's strong enough for Platinum and just Nintendo in general. So they wouldn't need to bring Bayonetta 3 this year now.
Yeah. Speaking of games that are coming out this year, though, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remake is coming to Nintendo Switch in 2019. Dude, when I saw this, I was like, because I knew what it was right away, right? Like I knew, like I saw the waves crash up, and I saw like the early '90s style Link from like, dude, that opening cutscene that they showed was incredibly faithful to the artwork from the manual, like incredibly faithful to that.
They have to have that in the game.
Yeah, like, well, it'll open up the game. I bet it's the cutscene you see before you get to the title screen, just like the GBA. Dude, Link's Awakening was the first Zelda game I ever played. Like, it was literally my first Zelda game, and I was like, I was watching this cutscene. I'm like, is this the Link's Awakening remake? And then they said it was like, it's coming to Switch. Got me like, we've talked about Link's. Ed, we were talking about. I was looking back on earlier episodes. In the first within the first 6 or 7 episodes of this show starting, we were talking about a Link's Awakening remake for 3DS.
Yes.
And the fact that it's coming to Switch and this art style looks awesome, and it's like, I don't know, man. I cannot wait. I love the art style. I love just watching this game in motion. It reminds me of like those 70s Christmas cartoons, the stop motion things, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus and Frosty the Snowman. Like, yes, dude, this game, I had a smile on my face the whole time this trailer was playing when I first watched it, that I was just like, it was hard for me not to kind of like get emotional about it because of just, I love Link's Awakening so much. I cannot wait. Also, by the way, if you guys want to play Link's Awakening before it comes out on Switch and you own a 3DS, it's like $3 on 3DS right now. It's on sale. So
I was in the lunchroom at work by myself watching this direct and not seeing that. And all you heard from the lunchroom of you was other places in the office. What? I screamed loudly in my lunchroom and said yes.
Wow.
And then just seeing this game in motion, and I was just like, this is why Nintendo is kind of like king of animation, of artwork and art styles, because it's like, I know it's a reimagining, they're calling it. You call it a remaster if you want to, but this is a reimagining.
Well, it's what this is telling me. What this looks like is kind of like what they did with Resident Evil 2, right? It's a remake from the ground up, but it's more than a remake. It's more of a retelling, a reimagining of what this game would look like in 2019. Instead of Shadow of the Colossus was a great remake, but it was pretty cosmetic. You still played through the game and fought the Colossus and stuff. Like, I feel like what they did with Resident Evil 2 and this game is the route that they're going to start taking with remakes.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if this is the engine that they built when because remember, this is basically what the newest Zelda was. No, the newest Zelda. What the newest Zelda was going to basically be like. But because remember there's a 2D version of Breath of the Wild that they made.
Yeah, the thing about it is that's a possibility, Jesse. I think because Corey, did we talk on some episodes like a while back, like maybe last year or some years back, that they were hiring for a new like 2D Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah,
and
it was kind of like right before Breath of the Wild came out. You know, they were talking about Nintendo was talking about 2D Zeldas, and if 2D Zeldas will ever come back, and they like a couple months later, the stuff started showing up on for Nintendo hiring for 2D Zelda projects, and a lot of people thought it was going to be, you know, a Link Between Worlds either being ported to Switch or a Link's Awakening project for 3DS was a lot of the speculation. And boy, am I glad this is a Link's Awakening remake for Switch. Dude, the Link character model looks so adorable with just the little like black dotted eyes and stuff.
The chibi look,
yeah. It just kind of like hops around, like, oh, I can't wait. And the Chain Chomp is back, like, this game is gonna be it's gonna be incredibly.
And I agree with you. Take your breath, Corey.
This will probably be the first 2D Zelda that I actually like, because I'm not a 2D Zelda fan at all.
I was thinking that because of Link Between Worlds, this is the engine that they were running on. But I think with what they're doing with this, I think that Breath of the Wild engine is probably being used instead for this, because even like the lettering and stuff looks like
they use the Breath of the Wild Zelda logo, pretty much the font at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it looks so clean too, though. Like just the white on the kind of like the hand drawn background. Like,
and you know what? This is so Playmobil.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. I was like, this looks like some dumb toy I used to have when I was a Playmobil. Yes, thank you.
I want this game. Like this is an automatic must buy.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Like I think the problem I'm going to have with it is just like the struggle of releasing it. Do we release it in September or does it stay in November?
I think this is going to be their big October game before Pokemon. Right, because Pokemon's got holiday wrapped up, right? But Zelda, they usually release Nintendo. If a Pokemon game's coming out in November, Nintendo usually releases their other big product at the end of October. And in the last couple of years, they've released 2 games in October, which I still think Luigi's Mansion is going to be that other game. And this will come at the end of October.
And see, and that's why I feel like, okay, so we got June, we got July, August. We're still waiting for September. We're waiting for October. And
September, like I know we said maybe Ultimate Alliance could come out in July, but it could also headline their September.
Yeah, and then we still got Animal Crossing. Like, we haven't
where's
been
Animal
playing,
Crossing? That's got to be their September game.
And see, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Animal Crossing's got to be their September game, because then you get Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas and Hanukkah, New Year's all right in a row for updates for Animal Crossing, which would make sense to have Ultimate Alliance then put in July, because then you got July, you'd have that. Well, Mario Maker, you'd have June. Ultimate Alliance, you'd have July. August, you'd have Astral Chains. September, you would have Animal Crossing. October, you'd have Luigi's Mansion and Link's Awakening. November, you'd have Pokemon, and then December, you would have.
And see, that's that December. I was just like, if Link's Awakening can't come out in December.
I think December, you get a Smash character.
A Smash character.
I think instead of a game, you get a Smash character.
I think we're going to get a game in.
Well, it also depends on what's announced at E3. Like this is just the lineup right now, right? And
this is the struggle, dude. Because I'm just like, now where do you place everything at to to have to continue, because 2017 hit game for Switch, 2018 hit indies for Switch,
and
indies
then end the game, end the year with Pokemon and Smash and Mario Party.
Yes,
which a lot of people don't consider Mario Party a big game, but it's sold 5 million units, so somebody's playing it. You know what I mean?
Right. So Nintendo is knocking stuff out starting from March. I mean, we got stuff for this month and for January, but Nintendo's starting to knock it out with Yoshi Woody World in March, and all the way up to December. There's hits. Mm-hmm. There's something for Switch dropping that is like an automatic one-day buy or on.
I mean, don't purchase it. Like, I mean, it's February. Don't forget Wargroove and Tetris 99 just literally dropping in our laps.
Yeah.
In February, right? So, and January had Mario, Tales of Vesperia, and Travis Strikes Again. Like, those are three major titles too.
Right. So what we don't get for Xbox and Sony after their releases, Nintendo is just going to dominate for the rest of the year.
Look, and like, the only things I'm looking forward to for Xbox the rest of the year is Division 2, right, which comes out in March, and then Gears 5, which comes out in October, November, right? That's everything else for me is Nintendo, because I'm playing Anthem, I'm playing Destiny, which I'm sure will get some sort of expansion in September. I'm playing Apex Legends like crazy right now. Crackdown I'm enjoying. You know, I mean, I know we'll talk about it a lot on Arsenal X at some point, but Crackdown is exactly what I wanted Crackdown to be, right? I'm having a lot of fun with that. Mm-hmm. And everything else on the other systems, like Days Gone is a wait for a sale for me. You know, Nerdtown Platinum. Yeah,
which I'm getting for PlayStation 4 for review. I know you, Jesse, gonna probably be doing the new Call of Duty because they're talking about they're bringing a story campaign to it.
Rage. I'm looking forward to. There's a whole bunch of games.
There's Rage? There's the other games that you're forgetting too. Wolfenstein and Doom Eternal for Switch are also coming.
Yeah. When is Rage? Is that
May?
May.
Okay. Yeah, it's May 14th, I think, is what the release date is.
So that's a good feeling game for a lot of consoles, but it's just like you have guaranteed stuff literally from Nintendo. Where everybody was worried about what is Nintendo going to do, they literally just rolled out half of the whole year.
Yeah,
and like this is a bonkers.
Plus whatever else anybody decides to put on Switch this year too. Like FIFA and NBA 2K are coming, right? Mm-hmm. Doom and Wolfenstein, and what's the other big third-party game coming this fall for Switch? And
literally, if they bring Apex Legends to Switch,
that's been a rumor now the last week, because Vince Impella has said in multiple interviews that he wants to put the game on Switch because there's a big audience there, and it runs on Source, so that it doesn't require a ton of
work.
I mean, no, it doesn't require a lot of resources to run. I think it would require some work to get Source running on Switch, but actually, I think Portal Bridge construction runs on Source. So, dude, if Apex Legends comes to Switch, I'm done. I quit. I quit everything. I quit life.
That would be the highlight for, and I hope you agree with me with this, Jesse. That would literally be EA's highlight for their presentation for E3. If they literally just like Apex Legend,
I think EA is also going to bring Garden Warfare 3 because at their earnings call they said a new Need for Speed and a new Plants vs Zombies game are coming. I guarantee you both of those games will probably be on Switch, especially Plants vs Zombies, which I think is going to be Garden Warfare 3. The second game is on EA Access, right?
Yeah, I think both of them are.
Yeah,
or maybe just the second one. I don't know.
I mean, dude, I would totally play another Plants vs Zombies game. Those games are fun.
And I think it would fit really good on Switch. So.
Yeah, maybe they'll make the first one available on Switch for like $10. Oh, just the game, just the first Plants vs Zombies mobile game. Oh, that game's amazing.
Well, I feel like a lot of the younger generation too that's got a Switch used to play those games.
Yeah,
back in the day, and I think it would do pretty well. So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot to consider. I know next episode we will probably do another tentative roadmap episode, like as of March 2019 roadmap episode. I think we got to start doing this after every direct now, of some sort of roadmap episode, because we know what's coming now. Like there's still games that we don't have release dates for, but we know are coming this year. Another thing that wasn't mentioned this direct too, no Wii U ports, no ports of any kind. You know, like I mean, there was a rumor that Nintendo's got like 3 Wii U ports or 3 ports, I should say, not necessarily Wii U. No Metroid Prime Trilogy, which I think is going to be their big spring or big winter game next year, like January, February 2020.
And I think that delay. And I wonder when they close the Nintendo store for Reggie to do the recording and stuff. Mm-hmm. That might be E3 or something down the line, because you know they weren't in this direct. So
so I mean, there's a lot coming, dude. Switch has a full library. I think we're gonna see a lot coming in the next few weeks in terms of Smash and Pokemon style directs. You know, they always have that Pokemon direct in May to show off the new game, and
a last question, and this probably, Jesse, you probably could answer this. Do you think Activision will bring Call of Duty now to Switch? Do you think they should?
I don't know. I don't know if they. I mean, they probably could, but I don't know. I don't know if
Switch really needs it now. You know, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Fortnite is super popular, and I'm sure if Apex Legends ended up coming, that would be super popular. But I think Call of Duty is such an ingrained audience on other platforms that, don't get me wrong, I think it would be cool to see a game like that come to Switch. But Activision is supporting Switch in other ways with Crash and Crash Team Racing, the rumored Spyro trilogy, you know, supposedly coming this summer as well. And, you know, I think Activision has a lot of other things to worry about right now than just bring Call of Duty to Switch.
And that's what I was thinking of because of the restructuring.
Yeah.
Do they now be like, we didn't meet our sales expectations, but I think if we put some stuff on Switch, we could.
I think we could see Blizzard stuff come over to Switch before Call of Duty does, is my prediction.
Well, I just want to say something about all that, man. Okay, so like as we were getting information about like the layoffs and all that stuff, and you look at like Activision, they really don't have that many games that they've been working on, and they've got over 9,000 employees. I'm gonna be honest, like I'm surprised that more people didn't get laid off a long time ago.
I know, and a lot
of people. Not that it you know it sucks either way, but like it is like after seeing those numbers, it's probably the most least like surprising thing that you probably could have ever told me, that they were laying off.
Yeah, well, they said that the people that they laid off is no one from any of their developments.
Well, like what it was like a lot of they said most of it was from Blizzard because they're restructuring, and a lot of it was from Raven and High Moon, which were Destiny support, like the people that got laid off were Destiny support teams, which they don't have Destiny anymore, so why would you keep those people, right? Some of it were for BattleNet, the Destiny support stuff for BattleNet, which if you're not going to have a ton, like if Bungie's going to take that over, like PC support, you're not going to keep people at Vicarious Visions who support that game, right? Like you're just not. And through the grapevine, I've heard that Bungie has reached out to a lot of those people to hire them to keep PC support rolling. So I mean, those people are going to land jobs, but you know, like Jesse said, Activision and Blizzard don't have a lot of things coming out on the books this year. You know, Blizzard came out and said they don't have a AAA product coming out this year. It's Warcraft Reforged, it's Overwatch Heroes, it's the Diablo mobile game, and it's Diablo 3 seasonal content. Right? That's what
Blizzard.
Yeah, for Blizzard. That's
Blizzard.
That's okay. That's what Blizzard has on the books this year. Activision has Crash Team Racing and
Call of
Duty. 2 Call of Duty games to support this year. Like, I'm sorry, like my heart goes out to all those affected, but in a company that had 9,600 employees, and that's with that slate, like Jesse said, I'm surprised only 8% of their staff got cut. That
Well,
sounds
it
like
was-
maybe 30 to 40% of their staff maybe should have gotten cut.
Well, it was funny. Again, I know we're getting close to the end. I think people were mad on when Bobby, when he announced that, talking about we made all this money and stuff, but we still make this cuts. And then everybody started doing, well, you don't start a conference call saying that you hit goals and stuff, but you're still cutting people.
Yeah, but investors want to know how efficient you're being. They don't care about the products.
Yeah.
They just care about how much money you're saving and how much money you're making. And from a strictly business perspective, that was the correct way to open a business call. Say, we're making some restructuring moves to save us money, and we hit record sales. Those are two things investors really like hearing.
And from our perspective, though, is that when you look at it from that point, that should make make sense. But I think it's like when you saying that someone's coming on the team getting 15 million, but you cutting 800 drops, people are getting. I mean, people are getting the wrong look at that. It's just that you're doing something, but you're doing something also that's going to have a negative effect. Everybody felt like that.
Yeah,
You shouldn't cut any. You shouldn't cut any jobs if you were making money and you were able to give someone $15 million.
Yeah, but that's
People just
every
feel
business though. I mean, for example, like my dad got laid off from he chose to take his retirement package because he had worked there forever, but like he got forced out because Goodyear was restructuring, and they brought in like one or two new executives that were making like more money than anybody could even think about making, right? But to do that, they laid off my dad's whole department except for like 2 people. His department used to be like 50 people, and when he left there was like 3 people there. So I mean, that's just the way businesses are functioning now, especially with the way like a lot of things are automated now. You don't need somebody running 50,000 spreadsheets, right? You can do that all on a computer with one person. You have algorithms that do that kind of thing, and it's like, yeah, I'm sad that these people got laid off, but just with what Activision has lost this year, like in terms of like losing Destiny, they don't need the Destiny support staff if they do not have Destiny anymore, right? So like that was probably like 3 to 4% of their staff. And like some of the thing too that people aren't taking from this is some of those layoffs, they like the people that got laid off from one job are being moved to another department to work another job, right?
And I think that's what people wish that would happen, is that those 800 people got moved somewhere within the company.
Yeah, a lot of them did. Cut. A lot of them did get moved. That's what I'm saying is like,
okay,
they got laid off from their current position, but a lot of them moved to a different position within the company, but they had to, like the way, I guess, however their company structure works, like that counts as laying somebody off. So I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact that Bungie is reaching out to the support people who like a lot of the support team to hire them for PC support is also a good sign. So,
because I think they said they also got severance pay for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure they did. Plus, look, if you have Call of Duty or Overwatch or Diablo on your resume, you're gonna get picked up. Right.
Yes.
Like I feel bad for the people that got laid off. That sucks. Losing your job, probably it sucks real bad, right? But at the same time, if you've got some sort of big Activision game on your resume, you'll probably be picked up relatively quickly within this industry. So, but yeah, well, that was quite a turn for this podcast. But we've been going for almost 2 hours, so I think we're gonna wrap this episode up here. Next week we will have a kind of like a Switch roadmap episode. So if you have any questions about upcoming Switch games and you want to get them in, nintendopalblock@gmail.com. We're opening the question block back up next week. So the roadmap episode is next week for March onward, and I'm sure we'll have another one when there's another direct. or E3 or whatever. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for watching Nintendo Power Block here on youtube.com/Nintendo Power Block. You can catch it every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. If you don't want to watch the whole podcast, that's fine. We break it out into segments now, so you can watch each segment on your own time. It's a good time. Watch the things that you're interested in or not. Check out our quick looks of Yoshi's Crafted World, Daemon X Machina, Tetris 99, War Groove, Travis Strikes Again. There's a lot more quick looks going up this week as well, so I want to get some more content up there. Even some older games or interesting games, quick looks are going up as well. So check those out. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nintendo_PBlock, and you can find all of our content on our website at ngrradio.com, and subscribe to all of our shows at ngrradio.com/subscribe. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at #ButcherCode. You can check out my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play. Tune in to other podcast apps. I have an optional direct where I'll talk about the direct and give it a breakdown. And also, everybody join us tomorrow for Arsenal X. We are doing a movie commentary for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
We're starting with the second one?
I thought we started with Temple of Doom. What's the first one?
Raiders of the Lost Ark, man.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, to be fair, to get a little nerdy here, Temple of Doom canonically is the first movie, but Raiders of the Lost Ark was the first movie. Yes.
So you guys will be able to join in. So grab your hat, your whip, and join us as we talk about the movie. Yes. And also, everybody, there will be a review for Crackdown 3 going up sometime soon, and another blog from me, it will be up soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at PhantomMaggotAX.
You can find me at CorianHD713 on Twitter. You can find me at CorianHD on Instagram and Twitch.tv. I'm going to try to stream some more games as well. I think I've been doing an alright job finding time to stream at some point. I was going to stream Anthem, but apparently you have to have some sort of whatever because of the EA access thing. But I don't know. Maybe we'll stream it later just because. But you can also find me on other shows, and you can find all of our shows on Nerds Gone Rogue. Subscribe to our other channels, Arsenal X, our Xbox channel. You can go subscribe over there. Nerds Gone Platinum, our PlayStation channel. Javelins for Hire, our channel dedicated to Anthem. Dark Zone Junkies, our Division channel. And Tower Casuals, our Destiny channel. You can also subscribe to Nerds Gone Rogue at youtube.com/NGRradio. Catch us all on NGRradio.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next week, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woohoo!